Hello, friends, and welcome to the September issue of LMT Soundbites, LMT's original podcast. I'm Becky Tyre. How has the summer come and gone already? It feels like just yesterday we saw you in California at Lab Day West, and now we're getting ready to see you in New York at Lab Day East. The show is this month, and we're counting down the days until we get to hang out with you in Tarrytown. We've got a full day of fun planned with a bunch of educational seminars and an exhibit hall full of the latest technology you get to see firsthand. And it's a great excuse for a pretty drive through the Hudson Valley. You can still register for the show and seminars at labdayeast.com. We'll see you there. We've also got some other industry events on the horizon. Registration is now open for exocad Insights 2026 to be held April 30th to May 1st in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. With this year's motto, Calling All Heroes, the two-day event features lectures from international speakers and exocad experts, in-depth breakout sessions, and an expo showcase featuring more than 50 companies. The early bird pricing of €299 plus VAT is available until October 31st. There are also special deals for students as well as dental teams who purchase tickets together. Tickets include access to all activities plus Exo Glam Night, the evening networking celebration. For more information, visit exocad.com/insights2026. DHS's inaugural digital symposium is November 7th to the 8th at the Boston Harbor Hotel, bringing together global leaders in digital dentistry for education, hands-on training, and networking. Presented in collaboration with exocad and the Digital Dentistry Society, the event features exclusive exocad lectures and presentations and live demonstrations covering advancements in digital workflows, aesthetic dentistry, implantology, and materials. The speaker lineup includes Drs. Brett Kessler, Miguel Stanley, Christian Coachman, Ed McLaren, Ginny Bender, Sasha Jovanovic, Henriette Lerner, Isaac Towell, Chen Gibson, and technicians Jorgen Gadd and Quint Whipple. There's a special offer for you, the LMT reader. You can receive a 25% discount on the $3,250 ticket price. You can scan the QR code in the September issue of LMT Magazine and use the discount code LMT25 at checkout. For more information, visit dhcsymposium.com. To see what else is happening around the industry, check out more news as well as the calendar of events in the September issue of LMT. In your mailbox soon and up right now at lmtmag.com/digital edition. One of the most requested issues of LMT is always our fee survey report. Senior editor Mary Beth Marsico has put so much time into this year's survey, collecting information and compiling the valuable data we received from you. And I know she was very happy to be able to use the word optimism in the headline. As she writes, economic uncertainty has laboratory operators navigating through an unsettled period, yet most remain confident in their ability to withstand the familiar ups and downs of our market. There's no doubt laboratories are facing financial pressures. Rising supply costs, shrinking insurance reimbursements, proposed tariffs, and general economic uncertainty have some lab owners concerned about raising fees. Nearly 2/3 of respondents to LMT's 2025 fee survey say the economy has influenced their approach to routine price increases. Of this group, half have delayed fee increases, while 32% have raised them less frequently or by smaller margins than usual. Some are waiting for signs of increased consumer confidence before adjusting prices. According to Reinhard Venter, president of Archworks Dental Laboratory in West Lynn, Oregon, our clients are seeing patients choose cheaper treatment options to get them through for a while. So the quantity of AO4 cases we're completing is way down. When more of these cases start being scheduled, it will signal an improvement in confidence, and we'll consider increasing some fees. Our fees have not increased since 2021, but we've seen a 10 to 25% increase on materials and components over the last couple of years. Others are worried about even modest increases given experiences with price shopping dentists. For example, Cheryl Malkamp of Malkamp Dental Ceramics in Newark, Colorado, held her fees steady from 2020 to 2022 due to COVID. When she began very small increases over the last couple of years and implemented a single anterior fee to account for the extra labor and communication, she lost work. She says, One client told me she couldn't afford to use me for her insurance patients who need a single anterior crown. However, she stopped sending me everything, even posterior zirconia cases. With inflation impinging on profits, labs find themselves caught between rising operational costs and a market that may not bear higher fees, especially as commoditization continues to reshape it. This is especially true in the metal-free CMB realm, where prices have remained relatively flat for years. Take a monolithic zirconia crown, for instance. The average 2025 price, $155, is only $2 higher than it was almost a decade ago. Jim Thacker, CEO of Utah Valley Dental Lab in Linden, Utah, says, automation, milled and printed materials, and AI design all contribute to the commoditization of some laboratory products. These factors will continue to push labs to create value in other ways. In contrast, fees are mostly up across the board in the removable arena. For example, since 2023, the average fee for a maxillary denture fabricated using the packing technique increased from $342 to $391. A 3D printed maxillary denture went from $296 to $344. And a flexible partial denture jumped from $277 to $298. Despite the prevailing uncertainty, 42% of respondents have raised fees within the last year, and by an average of 6%. It's interesting to note that these laboratories are most likely to report positive business performance. For example, about 40% of them say their profitability and sales are slightly or markedly up. Only about a quarter of those who didn't raise their fees this year report increased profits and sales. 59% say their economic health is good to excellent. Only 38% who haven't raised fees in 2025 say the same. Regardless of their sales and profitability so far this year, respondents overall are reflecting the typically resilient nature of our community and taking a "this too shall pass" attitude. Joel Reyes, CDT, owner of Daisy Dental Studio in Brenham, Texas, says, in my area, business is a big sine wave. Sales and profitability may be slightly down right now, but we have to take the good and bad months. And in the end, it all averages out to a good year. Looking ahead to the next 12 months, more than half of respondents say they're optimistic, while 37% are taking a neutral, wait-and-see stance. Some of these labs are ramping up marketing, expanding product offerings, or focusing on efficiency. Megan Martin, the president of Perfect Finish Ortho Lab in Bud Lake, New Jersey, is planning to promote 3D printing bands and appliances more heavily. She says, our sales are up due to more expensive work like TADs, printed metal, and frameworks. We have been on the phone with doctors talking up 3D printed bands, and almost all love them and continue prescribing them. Since that seems to be the quickest trending department right now, we want to keep it going. At Epic Dental Studio, opening a removable department that offers both traditional and digital appliances has brought in new clients and contributed to a 15% growth in sales and profitability over 2024. Damian Moreno, the owner of the American Fork, Utah laboratory, says, in addition, we've successfully taught our clients a complete digital solution for All-on-X zirconia arches, allowing them to print same-day provisionals chairside. This has been an area of high demand and growth. Dori Sartoris, the owner of DCS Dental Lab in Jacksonville, Florida, says, we added more QC checkpoints throughout the lab, refined our quality standards for each fabrication step, and began using an internal checklist that gets attached to cases with any issues so everyone is on the same page. She notes that these strategies have helped boost profits by 9% so far this year. She continues, I'm optimistic about the future. There's a lot of opportunity and plenty of work to go around. Be sure to pick up your September issue of LMT for the full breakdown of national fee averages by restoration, as well as other charts of the 2025 fee survey results. And a huge thank you to everyone who took the time to fill out this year's fee survey. We really couldn't do this without your help. Back to school doesn't have to just be for the kids. Grab your number 2 pencils and the closest notebook and check out WebCE powered by LMT. Webinars are sponsored by various manufacturers and suppliers on a variety of hot topics and are available on demand or live on select Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Visit lmtmag.com/webinars to see the upcoming schedule. Thanks for tuning in to LMT Soundbites. The next few months are going to fly by, and I'm sure your fall calendars are already filling up. That's why we're serving up the info you need so you can stay informed without skipping a beat. Keep up the hard work out there, and I'll talk to you next time.